Hello, everyone. Uh, I'm just Lowly M, or you could call me Just, or you could call me Lowly M. Either one is fine. And this is my life. Now, today I would like to address any issues. Uh, as you can see, I have lightened my hair a little bit, not much. And uh, as I did it, I realized that before I did it, I realized that my hair, when I took my plaits down, that it has grown a lot. Thank God, and it's continuing to grow a lot. Uh, so that's good. You'll have to excuse me if I'm sniffling a lot. I have allergies, and today they are really acting up. I think it's from something. I live in a condominium, and the neighbor upstairs is something that they use that some days that really activates my allergy real bad. And today is one of those days. So, c'est la vie, you know, I'm blessed to be here today. So my first issue is this, and it's really a little bit sad. Uh, as I was going through some of the YouTube shorts, I saw on their comment about from a salon that uh, had put in some braids for a person of non-color, and I thought it looked very nice. But then the person had said that the lady came back and her employer had told her that she couldn't wear the braids at work. So now, uh, uh, I had spoken about this starting from maybe a year or a year and a half about this very problem, and uh, and it's called the Crown Act, which I was supporting. And a lot of people don't realize that there is a law on the books in a lot of states which states that by law, if you wear your hair in a certain way, uh, in public, such as a swimming pool or on your job, that if this law is on the books, they can tell you to leave the swimming pool. It doesn't matter what age or whatever, they can actually. And also, the employer could either make you take your hair down or tell you to suggest that you wear it a different way and make you leave, uh, even fire you. So I had been warning people through from this year and until now, and a lot of people really did not listen to what I was telling them, which told me from this YouTube uh, shorts and what the person was telling me. So now I will tell you again, there is only like half of the United States that does not support this law, which, thank God, is one of the places that does not. But there is about half of the United States that does support this law, that states that if you're wearing your hair a certain way in public, like such as a swimming pool, they can ask you to leave. Yes. And also in these states, your employer could fire you or tell you to leave for the day until you change your hair. So I must ask you all this question. Are you all going to stand for that? Or, or are you going to fight for this? Because I saw on this young lady's face how sad she was. So, this is the solution that I will state to you. The first one is this: you, everybody, must check this out. Go to Google and Google Crown Act. All right. And under Crown Acts, you can ask what states have this law and which states doesn't. If you need to know whether your state does, then ask that question. And under this, it will tell you how many states support this law, how many states it does not, and it will get the list of states that support this law. And if your state is one of those, then if you want this to continue, then don't say anything. Don't support the Crown Act, okay? But if you do not want this law to stay on the books, and if you have a platform on YouTube, then put this information out there because people need to know this. And that's why I am putting this information out there. And also, too, you could write your congressman, your governor, and to tell them to take this law off of the books. Do not support this law. All right, it's a lot that you can do. And a lot of people are sitting back and say, oh, well, somebody else can do it, not me. No, it's not going to get done that way. You have to do like I'm doing. Put it out there on your platform. If you have TikTok, put it out there. If you have these other things, Twitter, whatever else, that, put it out there and tell people about these laws that's been on the book for ages, probably since the 1800s or whatever, and that you are not going to support these laws because if it's your state, and you go to work one day and you really, you know, loving your style or whatever, or your extensions, and your state is one of those states, all right, then your employer can send you home and say, and whatever. He could even say, don't come back. And you've lost your job. Bing, bang, boom. In that shorter time. So I'm telling you, people out there, men and women, because it happened to men also. If you want one of those states and your employer here decides that, okay, well, I don't like your hairstyle and I don't want that in my office or business, he can say, George, for example, I don't like that. Or I just say, George, you are let go for the day until you change your hair. And if you are one of those states, or living in one of those states, and it's on the books, you can't fight. You just have to do that and come back with your hairball or whatever, all of it off, or change it or whatever. You have to do what that boss says, and you don't have a leg to stand on. But if your state does not support this law, then bing, bang, boom, you do have a leg to stand on, and you can take your boss or that company to court and you can win. I don't know whether or not you would want your job still. That will be up to you. But you can fight this law and say, we're not going to put up with this anymore. Not in my hometown and not in my state. But this is on the books. So check it out, please, people, because I am supporting the Crown Act and have been supporting it for now going on 2 years. And sometimes I wear a crown to show people that I am supporting the Crown Act. And I don't have to say anything. And I will continue to do that. So please, 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 please fight for this law to be taken off the books. And about 2 months ago, the Congress had signed two papers uh, from different states about the Crown Act and passed it back to those states. And it was up to those states to sign it or not. So I don't know whether they did or not. I have to check it out. But the Congress had passed two states and, knocked this law down. So that's two added that says they are not going to support this law. And I have to check and see which two states that was. So, people, God bless, and please pass this information on to the people people so they can be aware of this law, because this law is awful. And I had said, uh, uh, I think it was last year, which what would come next, because if you allow them to do this in your state, in your country, what would you allow them to do next? And what would you know? This year is Roe versus Wade. We're not getting better in the United States. We are going backwards to slavery times, and the rights for women and voting. And if you allow this, like I said before, what's next? So enough on that, the Crown Act. So next is this, okay? Addressing my issues. Okay, the issue is this. I had lost 220 pounds, and that's great. But the thing is, it left me with sagging skin. And before I came here, I had started with that sagging skin plastic surgery, and it goes in 3 steps. So my plastic surgeon had completed step 1. I needed step 2 and 3. So when I came here, I got a PCP, and then she gave me a referral for that doctor. And when I went to see him, he had said he would help me. And when I went back for the follow-up, no. And the excuse was that he didn't have that equipment. Yeah, that's what he said. And if you got a question mark over here like I do, and like my, you should see even the expression on my PCP's face. Yeah, okay. That was excuse. I said, okay, whatever, and I didn't go back. Then she gave me another referral, and I got in touch with them, and they said they only do plastic surgery on cancer patients, which I understand that. So now I do not have a plastic surgeon to finish the process of the removal of this excess skin, and that really concerns me. Okay, so that is my issue right now, and I'm trying to find a surgeon within my area to help me, and one that will take my insurance. So any doctors that's out there that is a plastic surgeon, okay, go to about on my YouTube page, and you will see my email, and email me any questions that you would have about me and this surgery or whatever, and let me know whether or not you can help me out to finish this skin removal surgery, and that you would take my insurance. And when you email me, uh, if you know my want to know my insurance company or anything like that, email me and let me know if you can help me out, because I would really appreciate it, because I feel that it is amazing thing that I have been able to lose 220 pounds and keep it off for, what is it now, 3 years, 4 years, whatever, a long time, very long time, uh, without any problems, and still continue to lose weight, because I know the percentage of people with bariatric surgery and to be able to keep the weight off uh, within years is very low, extremely low. But I have been able to keep that weight off for over 3 or 4 years and continue to lose weight. So, any doctors that's out there and see my YouTube uh, and would like to help, please go to my page under About, and you will see my email, and email me whether or not you can help me out or would consider helping me out, and any information that you would need to help me out. And I will get back to you right away. I read my emails every single day. So if you want to help me, please uh, just email me. Go to my page and under About, and there's my email. Thank you, and God bless. Okay. Uh, if I don't get any help uh, here uh, in the United States, I'm considering going out of the country to get this done. But with so many good and excellent doctors in the United States, and in where I am living right now, it should be someone here they can help me. And I know it is. And I'll keep praying to God that someone answers. So, so much for that and my concerns for the excess skin removal. I know I will find someone, and I will pray to God that I do find someone. Okay, the next thing is this. I have had concerns about this. Uh, with my illness, the sarcoidosis, the congenital sucrose insufficiency disease, and the latest gastroparesis, uh, uh, my life was a little difficult, but not impossible. Uh, with my faith and my excellent doctors and the PCP and the specialists that I have, uh, uh, and my support from my family, specifically my daughter, I have been able to overcome these difficulties. But some days is difficult for me. And with the gastroparesis and me trying to learn which foods I can and cannot eat, it's on almost on a daily basis that I have a flare up that knocks me out. I'm telling you, oh God. Sometimes the flare up will last all day long, and I will be in the bed uh, in rhythm pain and bloating and diarrhea and sometimes vomiting, which is awful. So when I have that flare, then I look back and see what did I eat, because it will immediately happen. And I can put that in a book. No, I can't eat that. It causes the flare ups. Okay. But sometimes I don't know what food. So, uh, no, within time, and I take those foods and I know which foods my gastroparesis will get better. So, and so that's my difficulties with that. But I have learned with that time that if I call some doctors' offices uh, and cancel that appointment, um, and some of the people that takes uh, my call, I don't know, it's not a comfortable feeling in their voice, and it's somehow sometimes they don't want to take that call, and they'll say, okay, and or whatever, and I'll give them my name and the appointment, and they'll immediately hang up, and it's like, okay, that wasn't very kind of whatever, you know. I'm a patient and I'm having these difficulties, and I call my doctor's office, and their staff treat me this way. Okay. Uh, and I know that the doctor don't know that they treat their patients that way. But I don't want to be a snitch. And the next time I see the doctor and tell them, so I don't say anything and I just let it go. Uh, and I realize I'm not helping that doctor and I'm not helping that office worker or that scheduler uh, or me, because they may be treating another patient that way also. So I say, well, okay, uh, I have a platform and I can put it out there that there are some people in doctor's offices out there that are treating patients this way. And the doctors will get that info. And also a person that is doing this. And some of the patients, which is good. They have this information. So an incident with me was this, that uh, I had a referral for a neurologist, okay, which I really need because I have uh, scars. It's hard to talk about, on my brain and spine from sarcoidosis. And uh, sometimes it's difficult to speak. And it has an effect on me, of my balance, my speech, all of this. Okay. Uh, and since it's neurospinal, sometimes it's very painful in my spine, and I sometimes get headaches. So I really needed to see a neurologist. So after I got the referral, I called this person, this office, and I set up an appointment uh, to go see them. But when the time came, I had allergic reaction really bad because I have a bad allergy, uh, and it could come from mild to anaphylactic. I go into a coma or whatever. I can't, you know. Uh, uh, but thankfully, it didn't get that far. It just was, I could not get up. So I called this office and they said, okay, do you want to reschedule? So I told them yes. So I made it for, it was in March, and I made it for, what was it? May. I figured I would be up on my feet by then. Uh, and I was. But within that time, this is hard too. My daughter got COVID really bad. Uh, so we had to isolate. And it took a while for her to get better. So I had to cancel that appointment. Also, that was 2 times. Once things got better, I called back to this office and I said I would like to make an appointment, reschedule my appointment. So I gave her my name and everything like that. Uh, and she said, you've missed 3 appointments. We can't reschedule it. So, I had a question mark on my head. I said, what? Uh, we cannot reschedule. And I, I couldn't understand because a doctor have never done that. Uh, it didn't really matter how many appointments you missed, you know. But I said, could you speak with your supervisor or whatever? So she got off the phone, and you know, it was a couple of minutes of whatever. She said, uh, we can't reschedule you. So I said, okay, all right. Okay, I hung up. And it really bothered me. It really bothered me. So I had a PCP appointment, and so I found a new neurologist, and I gave it to her. But within that time, I saw my specialist for my sarcoidosis, and it was really bothering me. So I spoke to her and told her what happened. Uh, and she told me, she said, you really shouldn't have to go back and forth with this office about this appointment. She said, speak to your PCP and they can straighten it out, and you could get a new appointment. So I didn't realize that, you know, and I'm glad that I did speak to my specialist uh, for my sarcoid, and I got that straightened out. And with that time, I did call my PCP's office, and today I am happy to say that I did make a new appointment with the same office, uh, and it's in October, and I'm looking forward to that. And so I'm glad. So I'm saying that sometimes it's not up to me to handle everything, even though I'm a very independent person and I was raised that way, that uh, I need to reach out to other people and speak to them and talk to them and not try to handle every single thing for myself, because it is very stressful on me and my diagnosis, and that could cause flares too, especially with my asthma. So that's something I've learned, and other people should realize do this too, and to reach out to people, because it is people out there and within your circle that can give you advice and can and will help you. And thank God that I did get this help. But that is why I'm reaching out also to with all this, and especially with the plastic surgeons. Uh, and I'm praying that there's some plastic surgeon out there that is willing to help me. So uh, let's see if there is any other issues that I need to address here. I have my notes here and my cue cards here. Uh, let's see if there's anything else. I think I addressed everything today. So that is one thing that I have gotten out of the way, but there are other series that I need to catch up on. But okay, in conclusion, I have addressed the issue of uh, the Crown Act and that law. I have addressed the issues of me needing a plastic surgeon for my skin removal, and I have addressed the issue of a referral for neurology. Uh, so I think I'm set. And in conclusions, I am saying that doctors' offices need the staff that's uh, giving the referrals schedules, uh, told to call a patient or whatever, need to be more enthusiastic and kind to that patient on the other end, because that is not good for that doctor, because that patient will connect that person that's on the other phone, the end of the phone, to that doctor. And it's not fair to that doctor, because that doctor is not aware of how that patient uh, was treated. And I had to realize that with this neurologist and say, okay, I am going to speak to someone else about this. And I got help. So people need to realize that, because the front office is said this and treating you a certain way, that is not the doctor, and they are not aware of this. Okay, so I hope I helped some people. And in conclusion, take care of yourself and others. And if you need to, reach out to people, because they can help you. And so take care of yourself, and God bless. And please pass it on. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye.